Indiana got a win in overtime against Wake Forest last year. That was on the road. Though for Indiana, and actually for Akron as well, there are just 3 players that have scored a golden goal, a winning goal, that are on these two teams, 1 apiece, and they're the 2 strikers we highlighted, as you'd expect, that are on the field right now. Tommy Mahalik did so a couple years ago against Wisconsin, and back when he was with Long Island, Emil Jääskeläinen did so in an August game against St. Joseph's. That was back in 2021. Long time has passed since we've seen a golden goal for these 2 teams, but that could be the difference between a date in the 3rd round with either Denver or Gardner-Webb. We're underway. Mahalik will put it out of play for an Akron throw. And Kevin, tired legs, haven't had the same substitution patterns because of injuries. It'll be curious to see what the energy levels are like, because that one's knocked down by Henry in the midfield. Now on the near side. The new entrant, Maximus Barbodo.
Yeah, and the energy is going to be the biggest thing here, is just who is going to be slightly more conditioned, who's going to be more prepared for the moment, who's going to be taking advantage of the little mistakes that may come up for either team.
All adrenaline for the final stage of this game, the first 10-minute period here in overtime. Camden looking to cross with his right, does so. Barbodo back, and it will take a touch last off of him for a goal kick. Second half went Indiana's way. The first went the way of Akron. Again, if you're just joining us, overtime 1-1, Indiana and Akron. Akron, without their starting goalkeeper, Mitch Budler, exited with a shoulder injury in the first half. Flicked on header, Weiss down, and goes back to Kaminsky, the true freshman, who is now in goal between the sticks. The first goal came from Claypier of Akron off of a corner. He also exited with an injury in the second half. And then for Indiana, the equalizer, Justin Weiss. Here's Malik Henry working against Elliott. 2 Swiss Army knives converge. And continuing to play on the far side, they haven't lost their energy.
This back line for Indiana is going to be really important moving forward, is how well can they push the ball through, especially in the middle part of the field, especially on this near side with Barger and Mayer.
Barbodo. Flick taken. McDonald holding on to it against Goldman. Charlie Hoyer, another freshman, he goes to ground, free kick. And quite the debut, scored a brace in his first game. Good success for the freshman, who's earned his way into Todd Yeagley's plans as a freshman. Jansen Miller. Indiana keen to probe from afar. Now going long. Weiss loses out on the header. Edrak rose higher. Barger. Aduro. Nice turn, now runs. Goes out wide to Tommy Mahalik. 2 men converge around him. And it's worked around to McDonald in the center of the park. Hoyer. Sarver outside, looking for a chance to cross. It's blocked, goes back to him, pops it up. Aduro after it, bounces down to his feet. Tries a shot towards the far corner. That didn't miss by much.
Aduro was able to just barely miss it. He almost had a chance to bend it in. See, Mahalik fell down there inside the box. That's one thing Akron has been doing very well today, is they've been doubling both Mahalik and Sarver the entire afternoon. But the only price you pay when you do that is somebody else is going to more than likely be open. In that case, it was Orduro. Just barely missed it right.
Udrak pops it up in the air. Scythed away by Elliott. Weiss tries to take it down, does so. Now to Sarver, trying to play him long once again. Weiss can chase, tries a first-time effort. That's well wayward. May have had enough time to bring it down. Orduro was trailing. And now Weiss is down.
Yeah, it's a good point that you bring up, Alex. He decided to go forward and take the shot, but he had Orduro coming in towards the middle of the field. Weiss just still a little bit slow to get up.
He's back on his feet. Can look at that effort, just acrobatic in a sense. 5 flat on the clock.
I was just about to say the same thing, Alex. 5 minutes exactly. We've seen Indiana be a little bit more aggressive coming out of the gate. Akron a little bit more reserved, but still pushing the pace when they can, when they get the ball at their feet.
Got frenetic in the end of the second half. Bushta. Long ball towards Henry. Elliott's clearance takes the touch. Roman has it now in the box. A chance to slow it. Jääskeläinen in the box. Here's Henry. His shot blocked. Recycled by the Zips. Gallman in towards Jääskeläinen. Can't find it under his feet. And that saves precious seconds for Indiana to clear. Crossed in, met by Mayer. Dries to Camden. Now it's Akron's turn.
Akron's taking their time to set up what they want. That's exactly what you've seen since the start of this overtime period.
Mirador queuing up for Indiana by the bench. That one's kept in by Roman. Bodies queuing. That one's up. Cleared away by Indiana. Only as far as Bush to the center back. All outfield players in the attacking area for the Zips. Henry lays off to Roman. Back to Henry. Tries to cross. Harms claims. Mirador's received his final instructions. Would appear to enter at the next dead ball. Have been many of them in this half, or this period, I should say, of extra time. Been a few of them in the tournament in the first rounds. This the first of the second round games to get bonus action. Weiss tries to take it down. Barboda. Now Roman. Jääskeläinen lays it off. Gallman. Frenchman. Loses out. Now Henry has it. Hounded by Hoosiers. And now Indiana can try and break through Barger. Tries to send it long. Nobody home. And Kaminsky can take his time.
A lot of tiredness starting to show in the attacking line for Akron. You see Malik Henry there just a little bit slower to get to the ball, but that's because he's been doing so much work for the Zips this afternoon.
Long ball searching for Jääskeläinen. Headed down towards Elliott. Hoyer hits it right into Dries, who comes up with it. The whistle blows, and the infringement came from Dries first. A wayward arm. Time will go off with 2 minutes. You get another look.
Yeah, just a slap in the face, literally.
Still no claim. Mirador, who lines up by the fourth official. And after this 2-minute stint, there would be one more golden goal period. 10 minutes once again. If no goal is scored in that, then a shootout. Looking to treat Hoyer, who again got that hand to the face. Training staff just providing a little bit to clear up any mess.
Yeah, Hoyer started to bleed a little bit after the contact, and now they're getting ready to sub in Jack Wagner.
We'll send it down to Kara for more.
Yeah, that's right, Charlie Hoyer. Just some blood underneath that eye that he's getting some treatment for. So we saw Jack Wagner go back in, and Clay Murator just subbed in for Justin Weiss, who had that goal to tie it, guys.
Thank you, Kara. So Weiss exiting the goal scorer, but plenty of goal-scoring talent remains. Mirador adding that injection of pace, and for Wagner, the solidity that Kara had mentioned earlier in the first half. Long ball, Gallman. Henry chests, Jaskalainen takes. Nice clearance by Mayer and finds a teammate. Sarver tries to play through, takes a touch. Long ball for Aduro, high boot clearance. Throw in for Indiana. A chance to bring the bodies into the box. 90 seconds and overtime period number 1. Certainly been treated to some excitement. The ball thrown in. Looking for a flick on, can't find it, stays in the box. Down, Mahalik tries a shot, skews well wide. It'll stay in play for Indiana to recycle. Here's Aduro, cuts in to McDonald. Curling ball in, looking for a header, gets it, and it's in! Indiana's through! A mob for the Hoosiers. They advance. Jubilation for Indiana. Desperation for Akron.
It was a pass that found itself inside of the box just from the outside. A good angle. And Jansen Miller scores the goal for Indiana, and now the Hoosiers advance to the preceding round.
Indiana will take on the winner of Denver and Gardner-Webb. It was Jansen Miller, the center back, who got his head to it. He hadn't scored in over 2 years. September of 2022. That was his first game as a Hoosier, and now gets one in the biggest of moments.
Orduro, who's been passing the ball well the entire day, set it up perfectly, just close enough to give Miller a chance, and Miller with the header.
What a game. It took overtime. It took another header from a set play, and Indiana survive and advance.
Yeah, and it was a very, very well-played game by Akron. All the credit to them. They fought the entire way through. They won that first half, and then as you saw in the second half, it just kind of seemed like the gas was running out in the car. But Akron, one of the best teams we've seen in the past handful of seasons. Another great year as they finish as Big East regular season champs, but their season comes to an end today.
Not much Kaminsky could do on that, coming off the bench, the true freshman. And in the end, Indiana from 1-0 down to 2-1 winners. And Kara is down with the man of the moment. It's Jansen Miller.
Jansen, this team down 1-0 at the half. What did it take to come back?
I don't know, a lot of heart. I mean, the first half wasn't great. We haven't played in 17 days. And we turned around at halftime, and wow, that was awesome. That was awesome, yeah.
Justin with the goal to tie it, how much does he mean to this team?
Everything, it means everything to me. I mean, he's my roommate, he's my best friend. I'm into this, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Jansen, a trip to the Sweet 16, how good does it feel?
Amazing, I can spend Thanksgiving here, tutor room, let's go.
Congrats, Jansen.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Kara. Jansen lost for words. And what more can you say about a game like that. It's the roommates, apparently, that get the Hoosiers moving forward. And they will head to the third round again. Denver and Gardner-Webb ongoing. Indiana will take on the winner of that one. They once again add a tournament win to their resume.